Yo, yo, yo. Yo, I can hear myself. Yeah, so.
Educated people.
Yeah, so.
Uneducated people don't like educated.
Uneducated people don't like educated people. So I feel like that's the reason why people didn't like Candace Owens in the beginning. But that also, it can go so many ways about that. So like somebody that's getting money, a broke person don't like somebody that's educated on how to get money. They look at them different.
Damn.
It's just like a fat person don't like a person that's in shape. Because they educated on how to get in shape, and you're not educated to fully figure out how they doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they feel like, oh, you fat shaming. Yeah. Or you calling me a broke ass nigga, you know, stuff like that. And
it's a thing, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody is like that, but it's a thing.
It's a thing.
And the only reason I say that is because that'll be the biggest thing that somebody says to rebuttal. Like, everybody don't feel that. Of course, everybody doesn't feel that way, but it's a thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a thing. I mean, everybody look at a situation like how they're able to do that. You get so mad and you're not educated on how they got there, or you know, you're just not educated on what's going on. And then once you become educated on what's going on, then you be like, oh, I understand what this person was saying this whole time. Like, man, it's a situation that happened to me over the weekend, bro. You know what I'm saying? My girl did something that you know what I'm saying, that I've been telling her not to do for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And she finally came to her senses, like, damn, you was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to, and I was always looking crazy, looking at controlling, and I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I told her, I'm not gonna lead you. You know, I'm not gonna lead you the wrong way. I'm not gonna steer you the wrong way. You feel me? So,
you been fasting or eating something different?
No, I just been going. Nah,
it looked like you lost weight.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it looked like I'm like, damn, you been fasting for Ramadan or something?
No, man, I've been drinking a lot of water. Like that water really, that water. And I ain't gonna lie. Deep. And been going to the gym a lot. Like Bake said the other day, you keep banking, and he do want to come on here. We gotta come on this week. He just want to come on.
Ben came on, man.
Yeah, he be a busy man, but I gotta
he be at the Pistons game talking talking shit to all the players.
That's his life.
He crazy, man. He need a sports podcast. For real.
He does. He does. He was saying the other day, if you keep banging in the needle, it's gonna eventually go in. So basically, I just been like just going to the gym every day consistently. Like I went every day this week. You know what I'm saying? I went this morning. One of my coworkers like, bro, you got to. I do have to stop being late. You know, because if I don't go to the gym, bro, like it's just hard to do in the afternoon for me. So like but it's just trying to make sure I get there at 5 on the dot. Like today, I got there on 6. I ain't leave till like 7:20, and the road's bad, so I got to work a little late. But on a regular day, I can leave at 7:20 and make it on time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like the gym is my life. Like that's the part of that's like it's my life, man. That's my life. Like that's I was a physical person. I played football, my whole life. So like that's something that's a physical thing I can continue to do.
It's working, bro.
Yeah.
I can see it. It's working, man.
Appreciate it, man. You look good too as well, man. That's why
man.
You glowing, man.
Yeah, that's Ramadan for sure. That's fasting for sure. I've been going to the gym.
You look lighter too.
Yeah, I lost because I've been eating 2 meals a day, working out, and then Ramadan kind of just took all like that extra weight off. So yeah, I probably did lose like 8-9 pounds, something like that.
Dang. Oh, so you was eating 2 meals a day when you was working out?
Yeah, probably even more than that. Just eating, bro.
Trying to gain
just working out more just made me more hungry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It does, bro.
And then I'm going through the emotions, depressions, everything like that. So I'm eating more, and I'm usually very disciplined. But it's just like when I was really stressed out a while ago, I couldn't eat anything. So now that I'm not like that type of stress, I'm just trying to kind of enjoy eating. Because, I have like issues with my stomach. So if I'm stressed out for real, I can't eat. So I haven't really been that stressed. So I just kind of been like overindulgent. I do want to say this real quick, even before I, do the intro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this episode. I don't know why we have to say this in the beginning. I love y'all. Make sure you like, comment. If you made it this far, if you at the beginning of this episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. It really helps.
Man, my question is, how do we get out our heads?
That's deep. That's deep because that was actually one of the topics I wanted to talk about. That's deep.
Yeah,
that's deep. And the reason that's deep is because I wanted to pose the question: are people more depressed today, or are we just so deep in our head?
I feel like we so deep in our head. So like, first
real,
of all,
man.
I just want to say, apologize to Iron Mike, man. Iron Mike Tyson, man. you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? You one of the GOATs. I can't call you the GOAT, but you're one of the GOATs of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I do pray that you have a healthy fight with Jake Paul and his brother. I didn't know they was tag teaming you. So man, go whoop them. Whoop them. But back to what you were saying, and the reason why I said that because I was in my thoughts about what I said. But now, like at the days went by, it's like, bro, I said it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand on what I said. You know, I have no disrespect towards that, man. You know, that's just my opinion. And at the end of the day, this is entertainment. And like I said, sometimes we get so deep in our heads that we think the reality is real and it's not. You know, some things you can see that can happen, but for the most part, man, we defeat ourselves. We be so ego in our heads that we fall into depression. We feel like everybody is against us. We feel like we are better than everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm learning this and you not doing this, I'm better than you. So yeah, depression is real because one, nobody wants to love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to uplift. You know what I'm saying? Everything is me. Like I said years before on this podcast, you got Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You got, Facebook, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is you. I. Self-love. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, and it's all about self. And I was always taught, at the end times, man's gonna be lovers of their own selves. So like I was always taught that. So now I see more. Now I really see it. Now I really see it and understand it. So that's what's really going on. So it's all we can do is just love one another.
Oh, that's so deep, man. And it makes me think about how sometimes the reason people love us is also the reason they cannot have problems with us at the same time, because it's just like. Sometimes you treat people so good because you're just so deep in your head. Like you want to treat them so good. And then and other times they wish you didn't think so much. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I treat you so well because I think so much, because I consider you so much. And then other times people just wish you shut your brain off. But honestly, it's
shut your brain off, you dead.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it is healthy to zone out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel it's the same with like entrepreneurial, endeavors and different things like that. It's just like I feel like we overthink the wrong things. Like I feel like in today's world we overthink relationships so much. Like dudes like, man, I can't be with her because I was watching this thing on YouTube the other day and this dude was like, he can't date a woman who lost a whole lot of weight because that's gonna cause like health issues later on in life. Even if she lost the weight and she's super healthy, like later on in life, she might not be able to maintain those healthy habits or whatever. I'm just like, dog, y'all be like, not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying like, sometimes,
their own selves.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we overthink things that are supposed to be purely of the heart. Like we're intellectualizing the heart too much in society, and like we're not going with the flow enough. Like even with like chasing your dreams, like it's this one dude. He's on Instagram and he just goes around asking people what's their dream. I wrote down his name. His name is Simon. I can't remember his last name. I'm trying to figure out where. Simon Squibb. And he goes around asking people like, what's your dream? And people tell him what their dream is, and they tell him why they're not doing their dream. Like why it's taking them so long, or what's holding them back. And it's just like, most of the excuses or the reasons I've heard aren't really valid. It's just you're scared. You're scared of the pain. You're scared to get uncomfortable. You're scared to get in that mud. And it's just like, man, you're over intellectualizing why you shouldn't date this person and making it super complicated. And you're making it super complicated why you shouldn't, chase your dreams. Like we're just overcomplicating things. Like the best thing I did was after I graduated, the next day, after I walked the stage, was drive straight to Atlanta. Drive 13 hours straight to Atlanta. That shit was stupid as fuck and crazy, but I do not regret it at all. Like, I would do it again. It's just like, bro, I'm tired of intellectualizing so many things, bro. Yeah. Like, the world has become so freaking
calculated.
Excellent calculated, bro. That shit is just so freaking annoying, bro. And you know what scares me? Like, the thought hit me when I was driving here to, like, was just like, damn, responsibility. Like, this is what your like early 20s feels like not having responsibilities. Like that can be so intoxicating that you're scared of responsibility. Like I've never been scared to get married and have a family, bro, but I don't know, like just on my way driving here I was thinking like, damn, are you really ready to like give up this crazy sporadic part of your nature, or is marriage and having a family, does that come with giving up that sporadic part of nature? Because then it made me think about that LeBron James interview on his new podcast.
Yeah, he said, you to be great, you got to
sacrifice family. I said, damn.
I mean, that's part of the, and that's why you got to get a mate, a partner that understands that.
Shit, boy.
Yeah, that's why you got to get a partner that understands that, man. Because, I mean, it made sense, man. God told me it's a reason why teachers date married teachers, nurses marry nurses, doctors marry doctors. It's all because they understand the time and the effort they got to do for their careers. So it's all about getting somebody that's on the same path as you. You know what I'm saying? And it can be hard if you with someone that's like y'all been building for years, but they don't still get your journey. But you got to move on. But it's a lot of hard decisions we're gonna have to make as we get older. So yeah. So this is about picking the right partner, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people out here listening, man, just pick, if you're in a field where you feel like it takes a lot of your time, get a woman that understands, your field. And vice versa. Ladies, if you're a nurse out here and you need someone that understands that you gotta work, 3/12s from 7 in that night to 7 in the morning, get somebody that understands that. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Hey, man, we're going to open up the show, man. We got some great topics today, my brother.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Poet, alongside my partner, Spank the Bank.
What up, dog?
And today we'll be taking another incremental step in shifting the culture. How you doing today, my brother?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
You know what's crazy, bro?
What?
The other day I was watching, season 1, bro. Just watching the intros from season 1, man. And it's just like, bro, I can't believe we've been doing this long, bro. It was crazy it's crazy as fuck to see us and what we looked like back then. Yeah. I was just like, damn, we really been doing this for a long time.
I show my students my old episodes, my real campus life, but I looked ugly. I ain't had no beard. I barely had
I think I watched every episode, bro. I watched every episode a couple years ago,
bro. I looked at so.
I was like, damn, Spec was really an actor out here, bro.
It really was.
Really are. You still be acting, but in movies now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in movies, but I haven't really, I haven't really jumped out there. These last couple years, bro, I've been just chasing money, just trying to find a way to make more money, and that and that can be, oh my God, that can take you so many. It can just drive your mind all over the place.
Yeah,
but because really, you do gotta stick to one thing. I realized that. You really gotta stick to one thing, and then once you stick to that one thing, then you move on to the next. But you only can do one thing. We gotta know you for one thing, not for multiple things. So
that's real.
Yeah.
I want to give a couple shout outs off the bat, man. Shout out to Kyrie Irving in his amazing performances he's been putting on during the month of Ramadan, man. I'm fasting for Ramadan as well.
Crazy
shout out to Kyrie. He's always shouting out the show, man. Love that brother, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kyrie. I would love to have you on, brother. You know what I'm saying, man? Really.
I told him that, man. I told him that. He didn't respond, but he liked the comment. So I'm like, he liked my DM. So I'm like, hey, man, maybe one day he'll come on,
man, just to come and speak truth.
Yeah, I just told him, we're a mental health podcast, and I was like, bro, I'd love to have you on just to talk about some mental health related topics.
Mental health, man, because what he went through, you got to be mentally strong, man.
For real, man.
You got to be mentally strong to tell the world how you feel,
and then to make it on the other side. He's literally one of the, bro. People don't understand.
Most skilled player ever.
When's the last time he was in the All-Star game? 2-3 years ago?
Man,
he's been blackballed for a minute now, and still killing it.
Yeah, name's still high.
You know what I'm saying? But they're not putting him on the network radar, putting him on hot. But he's killing it.
And his shoes was one of the hottest shoes. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
I'm gonna have to buy his new shoes, bro. I got to, bro. I
don't really see him post them, so I don't really. I know.
Yeah, but they up though. They released though.
See, They ain't really out there yet for me to see them. I ain't gonna lie, right now I want Anthony Edwards. I'm on that.
Shout out Anthony Edwards.
I'm on the Anthony Edwards way, man. Baby Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
he been hooping.
Yeah, man. He the truth, man. I gotta give it to him. He the truth, man.
Dog is a dog. He a dog.
I wanted to shout out the home team as well. Oakland men's basketball.
Oh yeah, man!
Amazing win yesterday, man.
Yeah, great win, man. Shout out to Rocket, man. Rocket Watts, man.
Yeah, shout out Rocket.
Shout out them haters, man. Mike Ventali, whatever they call 97.1 a ticket. I was listening to him, but they was dogging Rocket. They was dogging him, and I'm gonna call y'all today. You know what I'm saying? To really,
for what?
Man, bro, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what sports reporters, sports shows do, bro. They just dog players. And they be like, bro, you couldn't even play a lick of basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they got that win, bro. I really am, bro, because the coach was saying, you know, Rocket would play a big piece in that game. If Rocket play, you know, we got a good chance of winning. And they're like, well, Rocket only scored 9 points. You know, he only averaged 9 points. But it's so more than that.
That's what I'm saying. They
it's
don't
about
understand
defense.
the game.
It's about that dog.
Yeah.
He passed that shot and iced the game. He passed the shot, iced the game. Man, so shout out
people
to
don't
Rocket.
understand. See, and that's how I know they didn't play the game. It's like certain times that a player has a presence that makes it easier on everybody else.
Swear to God.
Like a certain person will have a ball, and it's just like the defense knows at any moment he can get a bucket, he can make an amazing play, which is why you got two people looking at him at all times, which makes it easy for the person on the wing. Like you say, he dived in and he could dig it. If he wasn't that guy, they would only put one dude on him. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason that the dude was open on the wing for him to do that is because he draws that attention. Like him being that good takes the pressure off of his teammates.
And that was a tough shot, bro. He iced the game off that. I mean, that's one thing I like about sports. Things like that can just take your whole heart out. Just imagine being the other team and, you know, it's what, 76, 70. I don't know. It was like I forgot the score at the time. But just to hit the game, to hit a tough three just to take your whole heart out. That's probably the worst feeling ever. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like that, I was cold, man. I was cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded, dog.
Cold-blooded. Shout out to Oakland.
Shout out to Jack Goki. I'm trying to get his name
Goki,
right.
Yeah,
shout out to Jack Goki, man, the senior on it, man. He dropped like 40, I think.
No, 32.
32.
Yeah,
Okay.
32. He went crazy, bro.
10 threes, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he went off, man. Shout out to them Oakland boys. And last shout out I want to give to, shout out to Kendrick Lamar and Metro Boomin' and Future for that track y'all dropped yesterday, man.
I seen you posted.
Last night, man, bro, that was cold. Bro.
It was. I got listened.
Man, Kendrick was sending shots, bro.
Bro, he been sending shots.
He has.
Bro, I went back and listened to Family Ties. Bro, he sent shots to the whole industry.
He did.
And I'm like, ain't nobody still respond.
I love that, bro. I love that. Like,
bro, he sent shots to Ye.
I love that.
Everybody, bro. I'm like,
that, bro.
I went back and really listened to it. Like,
I love it.
So y'all not hearing him bully. Like it's like he bullying y'all. Like, bro, ain't nobody saying anything.
It's like he's trying to keep it fun. Like, and that's what I love about it. It's like he like to do, like, everybody, like, he's keeping it fun. Like, y'all ain't trying to play. Like, y'all ain't trying to go. Like, y'all ain't trying to.
I don't even think he's trying to keep it fun. I think he's just letting niggas know, like, bro, y'all can't fuck with me.
The reason I'm saying it is because, like, rap has become, like, so uncompetitive now. Like, everybody at the top is just, like, cool. Just the same way people be talking about NBA players and how all them friends with each other. Like, he really in his MJ shit. Like, no, man, fuck y'all. Like, we not friends. Like, this is a competition. Like, and every chance he get, he like, no, we not friends. Like, fuck that friend shit. Like, I fuck with it, bro. Like, heavy, man. Even though I know he cool with J. Cole. Like, he letting him have it.
Oh, he sent a shot to Cole?
They've been on stage. Since shot. Well, I don't know if he was just shooting shots at Drake because he did this MJ bar, and I know he was coming at, you know, Drake because on First Shooters he was saying, like, he the MJ a rapper stuff like that, where he got more Grammys than MJ or something, like, or got more hits than MJ or something. More number ones than MJ. And that's why he said, like, he said Prince outlived him. He said something, bro. He said Prince outlived MJ or something. I can't remember the bar exactly.
But Mike's still over Prince.
Well, the bar was cold, bro. The bar was cold, bro. He was giving it to him, bro. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, bro. If you ain't heard that new Metro Boomin' Future album, man, go listen to that, man. I forgot what the song is called.
Like
man.
That.
I can't remember what the song
Like That. It's called.
Yeah, Like That. I got it wrote down. Like That. Yep. It's called Like That. Man, go check out that song, man. Check out the album. Dope album, man. I only listen like 5-6 songs on it, man. I'm gonna have to get back to it, bro. But yeah, we got some amazing topics for this episode, man. I don't know if I want to get into this Florida thing, bro. That's so deep, man. We might spend the whole episode. We could talk about the Candace Owens thing, and then we get into Florida. Because, bro, I really want to talk about this Florida thing, bro.
Right.
Hey, man, so what was your thoughts on the Candace Owens Breakfast Club interview?
Man,
it dropped like 2 days ago, something like that.
Man, I respect her so much more now than ever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, at first I wasn't educated. That's why I didn't like her, because I feel like I wasn't educated on things she was going after, and just, you know, I just wasn't educated on her. You know what I'm saying? So after, you know, understanding her beliefs, and I'm like, damn, we believe the same thing, and just understanding and educating myself on who she was, I just loved her. And then just listen to that interview, I feel like you hear the growth. You know, you hear the growth in her, and also you hear you hear her talking about where she was at when she first started. Like, she was still growing as well. And we, like, didn't give this woman grace. But I'm glad that she knew that was going to come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? You probably be hated in the beginning, but at the end, you can be loved. And she brought on a whole new wave of black Republicans. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like she's woken up a lot of black people to be a Republican, or just to understand what's going on between the presidential race, like between Trump and Biden. And just, she was right. I mean, under the Trump administration, we were pretty doing fine. Like, I can remember from 2016, like, we thought the world was gonna end when Trump got in. And if you could think about it, from 2016 to 2020, it was pretty good. Like, it was, especially in 2019. I feel like that was one of my best years of my life. You know what I'm saying? So, just her being representing herself. You know, even when they asked her about, you know, white men and Asian men, how she, you know, I had to respect it. You know, that's who she want to, you know, marry. I respect that. I would like to see what Dr. Umar Johnson got to say though. But I respect it, man. It was a great informational interview. I feel like it really helped people to who to vote for in this upcoming election, and just get people involved. Like, also, she was talking about, you know, black people, we need our companies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was loving it. Like, you right, we need our own companies. We need to, you know, get out here and voice ourselves. And like, she talked about the 10 million immigrants that's coming over here through the Biden administration. I agree with that her as well. You know, these immigrants coming over here are going to hurt the inner black cities. You know what I'm saying? Because they know when, you know, I don't want to say immigrants, but, you know, when they come over here, they know they're going to work. You know, we have a thing of not working. You know what I'm saying? That we have a bad thing like that, like black people don't work. But they're going to come over here and take over a lot of jobs. And they're going to come over here and get housing. Because right now, if you are a landlord, right now, you can get, the government will pay you to house, the government will pay you to house immigrants. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay you to house immigrants. So it's like, man, you really do got to follow what's going on. I feel like everybody should be in politics. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. Find out what's going on and find out what's going on economically, because then you know how to put money up for yourself and put you in a position to win whatever happens, whoever's the president. You know what I'm saying? Because the government is going to always, you know, pay for something. So people that's out there that's listening, I don't know if any investors out there, you know, is just look into what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, they're coming over here, and they're coming over, and I don't feel like they're going to stop them. But it's a way that you can, you know, profit. Put it like that, profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? You can find a way. If you work at a plant, use that I think they get a share check or something like that. A big check at the end. Go buy a property, fix it up, ask the government. Try to contact with a government contractor, man. Get you some foreigners in there, man, and then they'll pay for it. So, like, you know, man, just pay attention to what's going on. That's all.
Yeah, man, I definitely love the interview as well. I was surprised as well. I was like, my thought was just like, why did we not like Candace Owens to begin with? Like, I'm trying to figure out why didn't I like Candace Owens.
She was aggressive too. I feel like that was another thing. It was very hard to.
I just always felt like she was a sellout. I don't even know where I got that from.
Well, because I know where I got it from.
That argument with T.I. that she talked about definitely put that in my head. When I saw her go against T.I., I was just like, or have a little disagreement with T.I. Yeah. It just made me automatically feel like she was a sellout. And then I would always see her on like CNN, and like when I see. I know this might sound crazy, but when I see a lot of black people on CNN and stuff, like, I normally just write them off as a sellout. Like, if you was really about the people, you wouldn't be on that platform all the time.
No,
like,
facts.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's some psychology.
No, it's real. I mean, a lot of people on CNN call us thugs. You know what I'm saying? They always talk about our community. Like,
you're not from it. Yeah. Like, on the Breakfast Club interview, you could tell she was more talking free. Like she was from the culture, like she was from the community, and she just talked in a different way. And I appreciated the way she was talking. Yeah. Like, and I don't even vote and different things like that, but I agree exactly with you. Like, I'm really gonna be more into it in terms of an economic perspective, because it's a lot of policies and laws being passed that's going to affect us on a daily that we have to be like really mindful of. You know what I'm saying? Especially moving forward, because a lot of stuff is switching and changing. She said some very deep and impactful things. I was trying to remember while you was talking what she said that had me like, damn, because she said something that I was just like, yo, that's deep. But I don't really remember exactly what it was. I do remember she said something about she was talking about she was talking about politicians, and she was talking about, I think this is what she was talking. I think she was talking about like investments, and she was talking about how so much money gets donated to I forgot what she was talking about Black Lives Matter, but it was just about like government in general. And
I know you're talking about. So basically, how the government. So like basically to be her cousin wanted a food truck, and he had to have all these certifications and stuff to be a food truck. Basically like the government blocks a lot of things for people, for self-made, for people that's like trying to come up with no money. They kind of stop a lot of those things. So that's why they were saying like, you know, the Republicans are trying to work on it to stop that. I guess like government agency. If I'm not, I think that's where you're going.
I remember her saying that too, but she was also saying that it was something somewhat similar. Like she was like, we're a lot of our tax dollars are going to this part of the government, and they're like funneling it to like museums and this, like they're telling us, okay, we got
the CIA is the movie with the movies that the CIA
that was deep too.
Yeah.
That might have been the thing that I was thinking about,
the CIA,
and how the CIA has a movie budget, like a media budget for, and how they like influence movies and how
tell their stories,
and then it makes me think about what else they influence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they
bro,
have the money, they have the power, bro.
They have the power, bro, and we can't just formulate any type of old idea that we want. Like, they'll shut that shit down, man.
Yeah.
But I think what I was thinking as well, and this was the thought that I was having when she was just talking about how keeping like politicians and letting them have like life terms and stuff like that. Like, oh, they're going to be a politician for life, or they're a politician for 20, 30 years. She said it makes them strengthen the government, or like want to empower the government and not the individual, because people are trying to figure out how they can stay in office, how they can like strengthen the government's like benefit rather than the people's benefit. She was like, if people was like their max term was only 4 years, they would figure out how they can strengthen the individual, because after 4 years they're back to being an individual. Like, but if you're in office for 20, 30 years, you're not trying to service the average everyday individual, because
you're trying to serve yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, once you leave, you're in the private sector and you're not even considered like a normal citizen. And then like number two, you already have all these benefits being a politician. You're basically like above the average day-to-day person. It doesn't incentivize you to help out the average day-to-day person, because you're not considered an average day-to-day person. She was like, you know, if you minimize the amount of time that people can serve in these positions, they'll definitely make it so that the government serves us instead of it serving them. You know what I'm saying? They make it so they serve them because they're going to be in position long. It was just deep, man. If you haven't watched the interview on the Breakfast Club, make sure you check out that interview by Candace Owens.
That's probably
great interview, man.
That's probably up their top 5.
Facts, especially for this year, man. That's
probably number 1 this year. I'm trying to think. And Andre Ward probably up there with it too.
Yeah. Andre Ward was that was deep. So I wanted to talk about this topic, bro, that you had brought up, man. This is a deep one. Yeah, we gonna get to that real quick. We gonna get to that. I want to talk about this Quiet on Set, the documentary on Nickelodeon and the stuff that was happening behind the scenes, man. Did you have any thoughts on that, my brother? Because I got quite a few.
I'll let you go. Let you
go.
Know,
so my thoughts on it, I kind of came across it on the Shade Room, and I was just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And it made me really have to take a step back. I ain't gonna say I watched the whole thing, or even I, looked at it a little bit, and then I kind of took a step back. Then I watched the interview that Dan Snyder did. I don't know on what platform. I just saw it on Twitter. So I was just watching it, or on X rather, and I was just watching it, and I'm just like watching him explain the situation and watching him explain what was in the documentary. And it just made me think about how corrupt a lot of these industries and systems are, bro. Imagine who hasn't been like uncovered, bro. Like, cause this shit, bro, this stuff goes on for so many years. People know about it, but they don't say nothing, bro. I saw Chris Massey, his mom,
blame the parents.
Blame the parents, and she's absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean,
but she's defending this man. Like, just please stay out of it, man. Please stay out of it.
Unless he probably has a close relationship. I don't know. That is crazy. But I mean, we have to. I mean, we had a meeting.
She was talking. I just heard her talk about like opportunity. He gave my son an opportunity and like, you ain't say nothing about this man's character. No, you just say he gave you an opportunity. What did that got to do with anything? Like bro, some of the evilest people on this planet can give you opportunity, man. Like, and just because he ain't do nothing to you, don't mean he ain't do nothing. I ain't saying you got to speak against him, man. I ain't even saying that. I'm just saying you might not want to say anything because at the end of the day, if you really care about character and integrity, you got to understand that your opinion can like really like dampen the waters. Plus, I was seeing something, the cast of Ned's Declassified. I can't remember the main character, but he got on like TikTok Live. I know, but I don't remember.
I know about Ned, man. He know he tight cash.
He got on He got on TikTok Live and was like joking about the whole thing, and then it made me think like
he was a Nickelodeon.
You get what I'm saying? And it made me think like he was just joking on the stuff that happened behind, and I just felt like it was in poor taste, and it was just like. This is why those kids don't come out. Or they're adults now. This is why those people don't come out. Because it's just like you come out, you tell your story, and now everybody's joking about you and making fun of you. Like, I really commend the brother. I commend Drake Bell for saying that and just like.
He said he got molested, right?
Yeah. Sound like he got.
Damn.
In the interview when the lady was talking to him, it's basically what he said. He just didn't want to say it, and I respect that. You know, he just didn't want to say it.
But Dan Steiner, he's not. They're not putting it on Dan Steiner, right? Or they're putting it on. They
didn't put it. They didn't put it on Dan Snyder.
Yeah, because I always thought Dan Steiner always seemed like a nerdy. Just a big guy that was just.
He seemed creepy as fuck to me.
Yeah, he does. I'm sorry. You seen the
I don't know if that's politically correct to say,
yeah.
but it's the truth, man. He just always seemed creepy to me because I seen a video of him in the hot tub
with Amanda.
But when I saw that, and I saw that like years ago.
Yeah,
him in the hot tub with that, I was just like,
yeah.
It's certain things,
But then that's deep because it depends what type of eye you got. You know what I'm saying? Is he really? I mean, it does. I wouldn't have my daughter in there. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. I feel like it was wrong. But
what could a man tell you to explain why he would be in that position with your daughter?
Nothing. So I can't really say.
That's exactly the perspective that I'm coming at.
But I'm trying to put on like an acting and a director hat on, like him just being there promoting her, like like I'm trying to be like, man, was he innocent and he just did it in the wrong way? You know what I'm saying? Just like bro, just a situation. Man, I was just in a situation like we're all being innocent about it, but not thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, it's just like, all right, it's a situation. All right, we dealing with a young lady that got in a fight or whatever. Just say we dealing with a young lady that got in a fight, right? So it's me and you in the room and another guy. We talking to her. Ain't nothing going on, but once she leave the door closed and everything, ain't nothing going on. But once she leave that room, she can say anything happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, innocently, we was being innocent. All we was trying to do was figure out what's going on. But her leaving out of that room, she could say anything. There's 3 males in there. She could say anything. And so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know it's nothing really on him. It's really on the producers and stuff that was around him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff happened on the set. I saw stuff in how at the end of the episodes, they always had like a little bit that happened at the end. Because at the end of each episode,
he'll come out.
No. It was like a picture of a stove or something, or that like represented his production company, and then it would have like a little like sound bite at the end, like that's great or whatever the sound bite.
Oh,
but it was just a lot of perverted sound bites at the end of these episodes that I noticed growing up, but it never really stood out to me until now watching it back. Because they have somebody like put up like a reel on TikTok of just like all these just like very creepy sound bites at the end of these episodes, and I'm just like, and then I saw like some videos of Ariana Grande doing like behind
the potato.
Yeah, I was just like,
that's tripping.
Like, bro, like, and
but then that's when the parents step in.
Can no grown man explain that to me? Can no parents explain that to me? The parents is in on it. The production is in on it. All of that's fucked. You know what I'm saying? And rather it was just you just thought it was funny as fuck or what? It's wrong. It's wrong, man. And you got to pay for that. Because we all pay. Bro, if we do some stupid shit at our jobs, bro,
we gotta pay.
Trying to be funny, we got to pay.
We got to pay.
You ain't above the law. And that's the problem with this Hollywood shit, bro.
Yeah, they getting theirs, man. I
think it's the show on Netflix called Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken. If y'all haven't seen it, man, make sure you check it out. It really dives deep into just that cast and couch Hollywood shit and just how dark that is. The brother from Big Bang Theory's in it. Blaine from Glee's in it, and a couple other people. Man, if y'all haven't seen it, check it out because that Hollywood shit is wicked.
Yeah, it is. And It is, man. I feel like you really got to be a strong individual to take on them. You know, there's some people that came out strong, but it's a lot of people
that was crushed.
That was a lot of people that was crushed. I mean, look at Britney Spears, man. They did her so bold, man. They made it feel like she was this slut out here cheating on just none of that shit happened.
You know what's crazy? The brother, I'm pretty sure I told you this, but the brother from Nancy Classified, the black brother,
yeah, Cookie,
he was actually supposed to come on the show.
I didn't know that.
I might invite him back on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because remember, we was in that whole era, and I was just like, bro, we could like have all these young actors come on after we had Justin Martin come on. I was just like, bro, I'm gonna start reaching out to these young actors.
Where he at?
He's in LA, but he travels a lot. But I definitely wanted to.
Hell yeah, man. He was like, he won a black. He like a child star black icon. Like one of the, I always wanted to ask like how, because I never experienced. I think one thing I did like about him and Kyle Massey and like Zoe 101 and Ned, I never experienced it being with like white friends like that.
That's deep.
Like I think they always deep. Like I want to know how dope it was to be like especially in Zoe 101 to be off, to be in a board school with all these different type of races. You know what I'm saying? So like when it's rare, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to ask him like how was it, just being a black actor or a black person around, your best friend is a white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like how was that? You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Yeah, I mean that's how I used to always look at it. Like, damn, if I go to a white school or something like that, would it be like this for me? Like, how would I be portrayed? How would I act?
And that's deep because it made me think, like, just going to, like, a white college, like a predominantly white college, like, it made me think, like, being around, like, white students and other white, like, classmates, it made me more carefree. You know what I'm saying? Because their mind was just not where my mind was. And not inside the box and just not worried about the things that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
When we walk in the room, we're not worried about the same things. Yeah. When we go home, we don't have the same struggles. And I don't mean to be like stereotypical, like they all have money and stuff. I don't know.
They struggle. It
just seemed like they didn't carry what they went through. Yeah. I carried it every day. Like you can tell I'm going through something. Like,
but we're also carrying stuff from our ancestors. Like we be walking around feeling sorry about what they did to our ancestors. Not really what they did to us, but to the people before us. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, it's like, I don't hate you. It's hate what the fuck y'all did to our ancestors. Like, y'all showed
you feel it every day. Like,
you feel it. And it's like when you see them or, when you, because I had to, I had to really get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all one human race. So I had to really get out of that. But, yeah, that's how it was. Like, I was just like, man, y'all did our people wrong. But once you get to really talk to them and, I don't say like that, when you get to talk, to speak to
different people,
you really be like, oh, man, damn, we believe in the same thing, same values. You know what I'm saying? It's just the media just put a big old line in the middle between us. But I mean, it is a lot of history that we don't talk about. I feel like they do owe us an apology, or like it's a lot to talk about, bro. Because if you think about the '60s, think about how they did us, spraying us down with water. Man, if you really look at that time period, man, it is a lot to talk about. Even now, even how they talk to our athletes. Really, if we wasn't so spectacular as an athlete, would they really rock with us? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that they still do that we don't really talk about. It is, and we don't talk about it at all.
We owed a lot, bro. We owed a lot for sure.
Yeah, we are, man. And sometimes I don't like to speak it out or say it out loud, but it's true, man. If you really see what we go through, but at the same time, we got to get our stuff together. But
exactly,
it's trying to, us loving on each other and really trusting one another. Like us as a race, we don't trust one another. We got to find a way to come back trusting and leaning on one another, man. And we far from that. I'm gonna be honest with you. We way far from that. Way far from that.
I'm gonna manifest better outcomes. I'm gonna say we close, we far, we close.
We
gonna get there. That's what I say. We gonna get there.
We gonna get there. But I'm just being honest. Like just seeing. Like I'm with my people all the time.
We got a long way to go. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It starts like a lot of them don't have no guidance. Like I found out about a student, man. He lost his mom. And he lived with his older brother. And it's like, dang, I understand why he is how he is. And he a tough kid. A tough child. I never seen him like show like sadness or show like emotions until he said that. I'm like, and me and my other coworker was like, dang, Like, all right, now we gonna. It made us like wanted to be more open with the children. You know what I'm saying? Made us want to be more, to build more of a relationship. Because sometimes you got to be stern, you know. But at times it's want to be stern, but then at times it's let's sit down and just chop it up. Or what's your goals? Or like where do you want to be? What are you mad at? Do you want to be better? You know what I'm saying? Really breaking down stuff.
And I think it goes back to what you was just talking about, like, you know, that CNN stuff. Like when people describe us, they describe us as violent thugs and animals. But it's just like I feel like we have a different empathy with us. And even if we don't, we have to. Because they never gonna understand us like we understand us. You know what I'm saying? Just like the fact that child could be acting out in class and you irritated with him. Imagine how somebody else from a different culture who has no type of understanding what he go through.
And they don't. And you see it. Like, man, you be seeing it so many times. Like, perfect example was Antonio Brown. I don't know if anybody ever saw that interview, but it was him and Patrick PBD. I love his podcast. But it was a moment where Antonio Brown was like, bro, I'm from Liberty City, man. You don't understand. And then, you know, Patrick was like, man, I'm from Iran. You know what I'm saying? We get bombed on. I'm like, damn, he is right about that. They do get bombed on. But they don't tolerate a lot of stuff that we do because, you know, other countries is worse than us. You know what I'm saying? But also, I be in here thinking like, damn, can they really survive the hood, though? Can they really survive Liberty City? Like, it'd be a little different, bro. I don't know. Like, you know, they probably can. You know what I'm saying? But I do think at times, like, man, I've been in education so long. There's certain students, certain people. I be like, I don't think certain races could survive some of these young men. You know what I'm saying? Not like I said, I could be wrong, but I understood what Antonio Brown was saying at the same time. Like, bro, I'm from Liberty City. I'm from, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Flint. I'm from Detroit. This shit is not easy to come up out of.
I think the question is exactly what you're saying. Right. It's not about can you survive the jungle, it's can you not become an animal. And everybody's judging us for being animals, and it's just like, well, this is what comes with living in the jungle. Like, and what Antonio Brown is essentially saying is like, come spend a night in the jungle, and then the next day tell me if you don't feel like an animal. Yeah. So you judging me for acting animalistic, not acting like the most upstanding citizen. Like, I've been living in the jungle all my life. Like, this is where I come from, Liberty City or Detroit or Flint or wherever it is. Like, man, we had to live there, and it shapes our minds. You know what I'm saying? It does. I guess my point of what I'm saying is, bro, we got to empathize with people, children, more than anybody, because we understand them in a level that other people might not understand them. And that's deep that you even said that, because it's just like, bro, I've had those experiences as well when it's just like, man, I always just thought you was just acting bad. But it's just like, bro, behind a lot of these people in general, it's always a story, bro. Like, like even just Ryan Garcia, and I told you I want to talk about just like, and I don't really want to dive too deep into it because I want to get into the Florida thing. But it's just like, bro, I was watching that interview with Bobby Althoff or whatever her name is, and it wasn't really even an interview. It was just him really just talking and being sporadic. And I'm just watching and listening. And every once in a while, he'll say something that I can kind of like pinpoint. And it's like as DNA.
He cried for help.
He is.
But he just need a right circle. But also, man, he just needs a right circle. But
because I be seeing him sparring with that one dude, and I could tell from my perspective,
he ain't in it.
He don't love him. Like he ain't got no love for that dude. The dude who be
oh, the black guy?
No, Ryan Garcia, he got this old dude who be working the mitts with him.
Oh, yeah.
And he always try to, like, hit it so fast, like, beyond his reaction. Like, he try to hit it so fast that the old dude can't react to it. And, like, I can tell, like, it's a mental thing for him. Like, it's a fuck you. And from my perspective, because I've been there at certain times. You know what I'm saying? You got certain coaches, it's just like, I just want to show you, like, fuck you. Like, you ever have a coach who just make you run like 1 million suicides, and it's just like, I'm going to eat all these suicides just to show you. I ain't like one of these other little niggas out here. Like, you can't break me. You can break all these, and you just want to be unbreakable. Like, I saw that in his eye.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a tough fight for him.
Yeah.
I just wish people.
I'm rooting for him, though. I'm actually rooting for him, man. I love the underdog, man. I'm rooting for you, man.
Man, Haney
rooting for you, Ryan.
It really quiet, man. If we really want to be truthful, Haney is the underdog.
For real?
Hell yeah, bro. Niggas think Haney can't beat Tank. Niggas think Haney can't beat Shakur. Bro, they think Haney should have lost against Loma Chico.
So the majority of people are saying that Ryan is gonna beat him.
No.
I think you just saying that because you like him.
He's
an underdog in the end, like in the whole thing. But in this, he ain't an underdog.
No, he's not. But like, Ryan's not prepared. Like, we going off of hope. This not hope. Ryan is not prepared for Devin Haney, bro. This man has fought the most top of the top fighters in his whole career before 25. It's not. I mean, you can root for him. I ain't mad at you, but I'm just being honest. He's not ready for Devin Haney. This is a dog fight. He's not ready for that.
You just making me love him more.
I mean, yeah, and then y'all gonna be looking like, damn, I told you so.
You just making me love him more. Like I told
Preparation, bro.
Anytime somebody tell me that, it just drives that underdog part of me.
You can. All right, it's just like me hooping against somebody. All right, if I ain't prepared to be, I don't care what my mind think. If I ain't prepared myself to fully go in and beat this guy, I don't care how much shit you talk. If I'm not ready, I'm not ready. If I'm not prepared, I'm not prepared. I'm not gonna beat you. I don't care how hard that I try. If I did not prepare, if I didn't run the extra mile, if I didn't do the last set of push-ups and stuff. I ain't saying Ryan ain't doing that.
That's what I'm saying. I really can't speak on it because I don't know what he's doing on his day to day.
Man, too busy on the internet, man. I'm just saying, bro. Devin, y'all, I feel like the world really about to see how good Devin Haney is.
I just think what Ryan does in his free time is different than what Devin does in the free. They might work out the same time, but you just might see Ryan in the free time. That's like if they both worked out 12 hours a day and then had 3 hours free time. And in the 3 hours, Ryan is eating, praying, doing whatever he's doing with his family, and Ryan is in his room with his phone. Like I don't know.
I mean, I get it. I just also you can just look at the training. You can see that Ryan still got stuff to work on.
You're right.
So I mean, go ahead, go for him. I mean, I ain't mad at you. I'm just speaking from a boxer perspective, like. Devin Haney.
I'm not into boxing, so I'm not speaking from. I'm just speaking from an underdog perspective. I always root for an underdog, man. I wanted to talk about this article, man, that was in the Washington Post. It's a topic that you have brought across, which I think is excellent, man. I'm loving it. This new Florida law. So, according to the Washington Post, it was an article written by Justine McDaniel. Florida will not allow homeless encampments to intrude on its citizens or undermine their quality of life. Homeless people will be placed in temporary shelters monitored by law enforcement agencies. Campsites are required under the bill to provide resources for substance abuse, mental health treatment, and maintain restrooms and running water. People living at these sites are prohibited from using drugs or alcohol. They'll connect homeless people with resources. I believe it's a 1-year expiration date, so they can only stay there a max of 1 year. If I'm not mistaken, I have to get confirmation on that. 30,000 people in Florida are experiencing homelessness, so they're up for this law to take effect and actually affect their day-to-day lives. And the law takes effect on October 1st. And I think this is deep, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
So do you think it's helping the homeless out? Like, what's your thought?
Man, it's giving them accountability. It's really giving yourself accountability. Get your shit together. And I ain't saying like that, but like you got a year to get off drugs. So you got a year to clean yourself up. You got a year to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, how did I get here? How did I get here? You know, and we can change, bro. We can change. You know what I'm saying? We can forget about all the things we done. Yeah, you was on the streets yesterday, but today you in a new house. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. It just gives people accountability. It gives society accountability, bro.
So my debater mind is like running rampant.
Okay, I'm ready.
And then my mind to like look at like the best perspective is like there, and then my mind to like look at it from a cynical perspective is there. It's all there. Right. So I guess this is my piece, right? I think it's great as well. I think it's definitely gonna help out the homeless. Something that I wanted to write down as well was that Florida is not the number one state for homelessness. I
think it's Cali.
Yeah, it's California, then New York, or New York, then California. It's one of the two, but New York and California is ahead of Florida. So I think these type of policies could be implemented in either New York or California. We might see it pop up on the news sometime soon that they might be implemented.
But also, a lot of them might be immigrants.
A lot of them might be immigrants. A lot of them might be illegal immigrants. A lot of people who are in these homeless shelters or were just camping outside and stuff like that. Perhaps they, had just came up on hard times. I know Skid Row in California, is like it's full of like people who used to be like lawyers and stuff and doctors and just fell up on drug addiction or fell up on hard times, lost something, and then it just sent them down like a bad path. So it's not always just about people who aren't educated or people who just didn't have a good upbringing. It's just about people who just came up on hard times and are just like don't have a place to stay. They might have did something while they was off drugs or while they was battling different demons or different things, and now their family don't want to help them out or give them assistance. But I think the biggest thing for me, and I was telling you about this, in my debater mind was going to raise the question: how long does it take you to break a bad habit? Because I'm thinking about how long it takes me to break a bad habit, and I've been dealing with. I know
it take me longer than 30 days.
It's taking me longer than a year to break bad habits, certain bad habits.
I mean, I could say a year. I could for sure say a year. I broke a habit.
You could break any habit in a year.
Yeah,
I believe so too. But why haven't you?
Discipline, comfortability. It's a lot.
So then it begs the question, like, do you really think it'll be effective? Then it makes me think about, like prisons and stuff, and how you're not supposed to have drugs in prison either, but they have them.
Yeah.
So it'll probably just be a barter system as well, like, so they'll just be able to upcharge for the drugs.
Well, it depends, but that's why it depends who the workers are. What's the system? Who's working in there? I think that's another thing. No, trust me. All right, so right now.
So do you think there's good prisons out there where just like all the workers are super good? And
probably. We don't know. Every prison ain't bad. It's just like right now. We on a game plan to stop. All right, the weather about to break. We have to write down a game plan of how to stop fights that might happen at the school. You write down a game plan. You execute their game plan. Now, if the people that say they're gonna do it don't do it, you gotta let them go. So it is about your team. How can your team make sure that team is in place, everybody's in position, everybody know their role? So I feel like it depends on who they hire and what's the system and what's the game plan.
So is there a city out here that doesn't have crime?
Every city has crime. I'm gonna say they don't have a high crime.
Every city has crime, right?
Yeah, but it's not a high crime.
But every city has crime.
But it's not a high crime. So
it doesn't matter, bro.
No, I can't stop. That's like I can't stop death. But at the end of the day, you can't.
That's two different things.
No, what I'm just saying, of course I can't stop crime, but you can for sure limit it. Just like, all right, this. Just like black people ain't gonna go to a certain place to go rob somebody. You know why? Because the police be on their ass out there. So it's not as the crime that's that big.
I heard people be robbing Rodale Drive and jumping in rich places and bringing like.
But also how big is that? That's probably. That don't get like on the news all the time.
But it happens.
Yeah, it happens. You're not gonna stop everything.
So we speaking about these homeless encampment places that they supposed to be building for people, and then we speaking about prisons. You saying that there's certain prisons that are good prisons, right?
No, I ain't say good. Well, yeah, I said good. I said I don't know. I don't know.
So then I asked you, are there certain cities that don't have crime?
They don't have high crime.
Right. Don't have high crime. That doesn't make them good just because they're not the highest.
I would say it's good. If I can go to a city.
If this person got 10 bodies and this person got 5 bodies, they're both murderers. Would you have your daughter around each of them?
No. But listen. If you go to a city, why would you live in a city that has 40% crime rate to a city that has 10% crime rate?
You're absolutely right. But that's not the premise that we're speaking on. We're speaking on the fact that negativity could get in, drugs could get in.
Of course, it gotta be evil.
Negative shit is gonna happen.
Yeah, I know
you
that.
saying that negative shit might not happen depending on who works there.
No, I ain't saying that.
It don't matter who works there. It's
let me rephrase it. Negative shit is going to happen, but also you can limit it. It don't have to. It doesn't have to be a repeated thing.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like the city of Detroit, shit is a repeated thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So we can stop repeated things. Right. That's all I'm saying. Like we gotta get. I feel like I just feel like, man, certain cities, I've been in a lot of cities. Certain cities, crime rate is not that bad. You know what I'm saying? They have like you said, it's crime everywhere. But I'm gonna live in a city that got 5% crime rate instead of a city that have 45%. I got 5% to live in. I got 5%. You know what I'm saying? To not get shot. Well, not 5%, but you know what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say. I got
a 5% chance.
Yeah, I got a 5% chance to get shot. Then over here, I got 30% possibility. So like. That's how I look at it.
I definitely see it from that perspective too. What I'm speaking on is just, you know, the fact that they got these things, you know, these camps that or these facilities that they want these homeless people to stay at in Florida. And at the end of the day, do I believe that they'll really keep drugs and alcohol out? I don't know.
No.
Because they say that they're going to keep drugs and alcohol out of the prisons, and they don't. They say they're going to keep drugs and alcohol out of these mental facilities that they keep, like, people who did crimes and stuff. They don't. How do I know? I don't want to say how I know. I was going to say how I know, but I know they don't.
But that's also, like, it goes back to the head of these corporations, the head of these people.
And then part of me was just thinking maybe they're using it as an excuse to rile what's that term? I can't remember the term. Anyway, to gather up people who may be illegal immigrants, who maybe don't have stable housing and stuff like that.
But so that's now, what they're doing, bro.
So now when they get to the facility, now they like, oh, you don't have a proficient identification. Matter of fact, I don't even know if these homeless people are going to have accurate identification. They'll probably have to find them somewhere in the system. It'll take them a process to do it.
Now you see what's going on. Because you got to think about Florida is a border.
Right, it is.
So, like, that's why I'm like, damn, man. We see, like, we got to get ahead. Like, we got to get on it.
And then the perspective that I was saying earlier, before the cameras came on, about I shouldn't even say that, about the shots. I'm gonna block that out. About the shots. You know what I'm saying? And how, like, when we was working jobs during the pandemic or a little bit after the pandemic, they said you either got to get the shot or you can't, or you're going to lose your job. Yeah. So imagine if they like, okay, well, you're already staying at the facility for 6 months. And they're like, all right, now in order to continue to stay here, you have to get the shot. If you don't, we're going to kick you out. And that means you got to go to jail or go to wherever you got to go. Yeah. We're going to lock you up.
Hopefully a waiver. Because I went through that situation, but I had a waiver. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I hope God's law, you know, trumps all laws, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I didn't have to.
I just feel like in situations like that, they give them the least amount. Like, bro, it's like government don't exist in those places. When we think about prisons and jails and stuff, like, bro, you really got to do some private investigation type shit to get that stuff exposed for them to get justice. Like, bro, ain't no justice in there, bro. It's like a jungle in there, bro.
I'm already know. I don't want to go. Like, I already know. Like, I was gonna say, I know it ain't no good prison system. But I'm like, it probably is one that's probably doing right. That's trying to.
I would say there's one that's better than the other.
Yeah. Just like
and there's prisons that are better.
Like
than
all school gonna vape.
Yeah,
all school gonna have one vapor.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe not as many as the next.
Yeah.
But we're going to have one person in there that's going to vape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you'll never stop crime or the negativity. But I feel like you can limit it. You can keep it down. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's impossible to stop it. I just think the system is corrupt. So there's no way to stop things when the system is corrupt. Our system is built to be exploited. Yeah. It's built on people who exploit the system. I don't want to say the founding fathers, but a lot of the original people who became millionaires got millionaires off of the prohibit or whatever that one stuff was with the alcohol,
prohibition,
and all that other stuff, and people being stage robbers, and a lot of these people can't. I don't even want to say that because I don't know the specific facts about it.
What you think about the dispensaries?
Dispensaries?
Yeah, the dispensaries. What you think about them? They're all over now.
Marijuana stuff?
Yeah.
I don't got no thought about them. It is what it is. I don't have no thoughts about it.
You don't think that's...
What?
Like, how many people that's in jail because of weed?
Yeah, I definitely think it's definitely a travesty. It's definitely wrong. And those brothers definitely should get their cases revisited. Like I said, I don't know really what that entails. I'll have to look into it deeply because I just don't know. I don't know what that entails. Because then you might have some people who might have been selling drugs for an organization and all they did was sell marijuana, but they were a part of a larger organization that makes them like involved in whatever RICO or whatever type of stuff. So I don't know if everybody would get out just because they're charged for marijuana. They might still have other charges for being associated with some type of organization. So I don't really know, but I definitely think it's wrong that those brothers is locked up for that. Absolutely. I think, if you was just selling some weed, man, it's very rare that I'm pro locking anybody up, black, white, anything. It's very rare. I think there's way more effective areas and systems to do that. And a lot of these other countries do that. Like a lot of these English countries do that. watch a documentary. It's called Where to Invade Next. You'll see all about it and how these other countries do it and how it's way more effective. But yeah, man, I think that's powerful. What Florida is doing, I think it could be very good. I think it from what I'm saying, I'm not going to just be cynical and negative about it.
Yeah, but it could be for what's coming across that border too, man. You gotta watch Sound of Freedom, dog.
Sound of Freedom.
You gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
You gotta watch it, bro. It's a great movie. Anybody that's listening, watch the Sound of Freedom, man.
I'm gonna watch it, man.
Man, it's man. I mean, it's a beautiful world, but it's also corrupt too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be good and evil, man. But there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. You know, that's why it's the perfect time to, do Ramadan, and I love what you're doing, man. Fasting. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind clear. 'Cause it is a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on.
Leave them on a positive note, man. What's your positive word for the people,
my
man?
positive note for the people, man. I don't really have one today. I'm gonna just say this: be on time.
Be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love that, man. Be early, man. Be on time, man. I guess my word, man, I wish I had a quote for today, man, but I don't. I was really just researching this article on the Florida homelessness thing, man. I think it was some incredible stuff.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Rabbit hole. Yeah, man. I'm just reading and going back and forth, but I'll definitely say, yeah, man. If you have some time to yourself, definitely take some time and just kind of reflect on what's going on in the world. A lot of crazy stuff is going on in the world. I just saw them announce some stuff the other day, maybe 4 days ago. They had these robots and stuff, and I was just thinking about the episodes we did talking about robots and stuff, and the world is just changing, man. It's changing right in front of our eyes, and a lot of us don't have enough time on our hands or don't take time to really reflect on what's going on in life, what's going on up here, and just understand, like, bro, a lot of us are just going through the motions. A lot of us are in relationships just going through the motions. A lot of us are just working jobs going through the motions, and a part of me, I thought hit me like, was the world meant for all these people to be thinking so deeply? Because I feel like people have more time on their hands today than they ever have. Whether they're laid off, whether whether they just didn't get a job after the pandemic ended, or whatever the case may be. But so many people just up thinking. Like it's just like,
I feel like there's a lot of people working. It's always
like, what would the world look like with the world of free thinkers if we all weren't in the machine? And it just made me think about the Matrix. Like, damn, like I know the world is better when we're not like prisoner to the machine and prisoner to. But it's like, this shit is different. This shit is different because we're thinking about the wrong shit. We're just like, a lot of us are free to think whatever we want, but we don't even know, like, we're caught up in other people's thoughts. We're caught up in other people's fears. Like, we're not even thinking about our life in the day-to-day. I just, I guess my message is, man, just to reflect on your life and really just take a second and find your happiness, man. Stop thinking about what makes other people happy, man. And that's something I do. Man. Sometimes I do things and I'm thinking about, like, oh man, this person will really, clown me for doing this or this. Man, do what.
That's why I said what I said. I'm a lost soul just running my mouth. But like,
take a chance, man.
Yeah, that's really what it is, bro. When you gotta take chances, and I know you're a person that takes chances. So I probably gotta call you more.
Yeah.
Talk to you more because I take chances, bro.
Yeah.
And sometimes I be by myself taking them chances. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do your shows again, man. I was thinking about that on my way here. Just
my
like
shows?
Yeah, when you was doing the comedy shows, man. You was hosting the comedy
shows. Oh, yeah. Man, like, it's a lot of stuff
that changed, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, man, it's just
you ain't gotta do the comedy show.
No, I mean, I do want to do something, but it's just, man, just gotta focus on one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just gotta focus on one thing. I don't want it to be all over the place.
I respect that, bro.
Yeah, man. Just focus on one thing. Also, I have to lead and teach. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe fully what LeBron said. I fully don't agree. I don't fully agree with it because you do gotta lose family time, but also as a man, you have to teach. You know, teach your. Can't let the world teach your children. You know, I gotta teach my children. So I've been battling with my time because it's like, yeah, I want this money, or I want this money, but I'm losing time away from my daughter. Now she being influenced by the world. She's being taught by the world. Where she need to be taught by dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like when I come home, make sure I spend that 30 minutes to an hour of teaching. You know, like I prayed with her this week probably once or twice. Last week I probably read a scripture with her. But you know, just me being a father, like I understand you gotta be a teacher. You know, that's a job. That's a man's duty is to teach. And I just been battling that, bro. Just really, I understand that I have to really teach my daughter. My dad taught me. I just remember all the times my dad would come in the room, read the Bible with us, and then pray before we go to bed. Read the Bible scripture before we went to school. Like he did it. Like all the things that he was doing, bro. I didn't get it. I used to like it. I used to love it, but sometimes he doing it. But I understand now. Like him reading the Bible before we go to you know, my dad would just read the Bible. You know, before we went to church, sometimes before we went to school, before we went anywhere, before we went out of town, used to, you know, say a prayer. And I understand, like, as being a man, as being a father now, I got to really teach my daughter the word of God. So I got to get the word of God in me so I can teach it. So, like, I get what Brian was saying, but at the end of the day, you know, bro, you can't miss your time with your family. Like, and a lot of society agree with them. A lot of them, yeah, you got to sacrifice family time. And you do, but also you gotta teach. Man is the teacher, and I know a millionaire right now that's with his daughter every day, training her to be the best soccer player in the world, training her, and he's there every step of the way. He take his children to work every day, and he makes a lot of money, you know. So, and him saying that statement, he ain't even the greatest. But I had to throw that in there. But I had to throw it in there. I fuck with you, Brian. I just had to throw that in there.
I almost had a perfect statement.
Hey, man,
right
listen.
There,
hey, I had to throw that in there.
Right there, man.
I had to throw that in there. But no, just because, no, I get what he was saying, though. I fully understand. But also, like, that's what I've been battling, bro, every day. So, like, if I ain't into it, if I don't want to speak, that's because I'm just trying to hear the word of God, because I really got to teach my daughter, bro. I cannot let the world teach my daughter, because I see what the world teach. I see it on a daily basis. And it's like, damn, in my mind, I'm like, damn, do I want to homeschool my daughter? Or like, now it's to the point we're going to search high and low for the best education system. If you're a teacher, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to teach my daughter, you got to have the same core beliefs that I believe. You got to believe what I believe, because what you stealing in her can affect her. So I need to know what you believe in. Because I remember, man, I used to teach kids certain things. They used to take what I took. They used to say what I took, literally. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to be right. Taking it one day at a time.
One day at a time, my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, man, make sure y'all follow y'all dreams, man. Take a chance. Do something crazy, man. Yeah. Do something that you think that would just, like, blow people's minds, or people just wouldn't understand, man, but you understand it, and it feels good to you, man. Do it, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just do something. Do something to make you feel alive, man. We ain't always going to be this young, man, and that goes for any age, man. You ain't always going to be this young, man. Yeah, do something. Do something, man.
My bad, bro. You cold at 40. You inspired me to be 40 with a body. So I appreciate that.
Hey, man, that's been another episode of Breaking the Machine, man. We appreciate y'all building with us, spending some time, man. Make sure you tune in next week for another episode, man. This is the greatest show in late night television, man. This is Breaking the Machine, the Mod, the Poet, Spank the Bank, and that's a wrap.
You dig?
My brother.